So my name is Derrick Fagan. I am a producer, cinematographer, and creative director for the ACBN African Caribbean Business Network that Ryan just mentioned to you earlier. So we're gonna get right into it. So the first thing, okay, so before, I told you before a little bit of my history. So I worked with a production company where we did some work. I met Chris Hadfield, did some work for Google in the bottom right-hand corner here, and you could see me here on the right with my business, DF Media Production. So that's my world in the last, I would say, 3 years. Okay, so the agenda of this presentation here today is, sorry, let me fix this here. My screen's being blocked. Get this out of the way. Okay, sorry, let's go back up. So the presentation here today is on the following. Go back. Okay, so what is strategic video content? Why video content is important for your business growth? Some different types of video marketing, how to create video content for your business, and how to measure your video success. Let's get right into it. So if you were on the Facebook Live, you heard me talking about this video, the Dollar Club Shave Crew that went viral in 2012, was acquisition at $1 billion. The subscription-based razor service turned heads by this legendary video. Basically, they took their entire crew and shot a video of an adventure to walk through the back of their warehouse and poked fun at annoying problems that happen to people who use shavers, right? So I'm just give you guys a little bit of show video so you can see what that's about.
Founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, Pop. Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
So I'm going to stop the video right there. Actually, it just ends right there to go back to the presentation. But just to give you a little bit of stats, so that video has over 22 million views. It has, they had at the time, 45 full-time employees, and their business model had 1.1 million subscribers. So basically, the whole business model is you pay $1 to get new razors sent to you $1 every day. That business then turned into being acquired for $1 billion by a company called Unilever. You can check that out on Google. So now, why is video important for your business growth? It's very simple. Brands need a marketing strategy. And if you don't have a strategy for your content, you need to start one now. Video is used for more than just entertainment and to get people to come to your site. And now increasingly converting, as you can see here, video on landing pages is capable of increasing conversion rates by 80%. Now, what does that mean to you as a business? If you have a website and you're selling products or service and nobody's coming to your website, what is your conversion rate, right? It's nothing, right? So if you can create an ad or a video that speaks specific to a service that speaks to a specific persona that of a service that you provide, that solution that you are explaining in a video speaks to people in different ways. So basically what we're trying to say here is that video is no longer just a piece of content that you throw on your website to say, hey, this is what we're all about. Video is a way to get people to convert, to actually get them to buy your products and your services. Okay, so video is more than entertainment, as I said earlier. You want to make sure that you are making content that is speaking to a specific service that you offer. Now, I know I've said that over and over. I'm just a little bit nervous explaining this information to you, but let me just explain to you what I'm trying to say here. Video has absolutely dominated social media, if we haven't seen that already. Right now, there's many different ways, the different types of video that you create are listed right here. So brand videos, what about us? So like, for example, what we were showing you earlier, you can create a video about your company, about the culture of your company, and what goes on in the types of service and products that you are offering. Event videos, if you're having an event, whether it be a corporate event or a social event, if you want to capture that event, especially if you're doing that event on an annual basis, you want to show the people who have come to the event or who are going to the event what that event was previously, whether it be the year before, etc. Expert interviews. If you are an influencer or you are a specialist at anything, an easy way to explain how your process is to making a video about your process and what goes into doing that. Demonstration video is another one. Educational and how-to videos are very key. I make a lot of educational videos for nonprofits. Right now, one of my clients I'm working with, Toronto Community Benefits Network, their goal is to helping not just young youth, but people who not necessarily who want to get into the trades, good paying jobs into the trades. And part of that journey is educating what they need to do to be qualified to get their, whether it be the certificates to qualify to certain jobs. So I help Toronto Community Benefits in educating the community of what those experiences and what those careers are like. So the person who has no clue of what a job in construction is can watch a 1-minute video of what a specific, let's say like welding or heavy lifting machines, what that experience would be. Animated videos are another one. Animated videos are very good in explaining a very complex, let's say, for example, startups. A lot of startup tech companies are making some amazing apps or technology that hasn't been developed yet. A good way to show how that technology is developing, you can create an animated video. Now, we make animated videos for companies who don't have, let's say, the studio to set their, let's say, their app or their tool, whatever it is they're selling, in the environment that it is. Let's say you're making I recently did a video for a startup that scans the roads and scans the pitfalls in roads. Their tool is basically is helping cities create smarter cities rather than what's currently happening right now. There's what happens in that industry is a guy will drive a truck to see where the potholes are and then write down where those mistakes are. The point I'm trying to make is that animated videos are an easy way to get your complex program, campaign, your mission, whatever it is, digestible to the average person who only has 30 seconds, who only will give you 30 seconds to explain to them what it is that you do. Tutorials, I said before, customer case study videos are an excellent way to show how your product or service is living in the real world. And then it goes on to live videos. Live videos right now are a thing with your smartphone. Doing live videos of where you are, your product or service is being enjoyed in the world is another good thing. I don't do live videos, but my intern Savannah, she's probably looking at me saying, Derrick, you need to do more of these live videos. But that is definitely another one of kinds of videos that you can create for your business or service. Now, how to create these videos, I was saying to you if you were listening on the Facebook chat, it's very easy. First thing you want to do is plan your video. Who are you targeting? Then you want to make a script that is going to match that target. You know, speak to that audience, to their pain points, and then also tell how your product or service is going to make their lives better. If you can provide value in your messaging and show that in a form of a video and separate yourselves from your competition, that will do wonders for you and your business. Prepare your talent. So whether it be yourself or whether it be you're hiring a talent or you are using your clients' testimonials as your talents for your video, you have the opportunity to create the message, to gear it to where you want the message to be by easily asking open-ended questions to the person who you're interviewing to get the result, the answer that you want them to spit out in the end. I do that all the time. I personally don't, are very nervous in front of cameras, as you could see. I know that right now I'm being watched by many different people, and it might sound weird. The guy who's behind the camera is nervous. Yes, I get nervous too, just like everybody else. And if that's you, put the camera in front of yourself. Ask yourself or have somebody ask you open-ended questions that's going to give you the resulted answer that you're looking for. Take that content, chop it up. You can put some music under it and some images of the information that you're talking about, and there you go. Voila, I have a marketing video. Shoot and edit it, organize your footage, edit your video, and then, as I said, choose your music and then do the voiceover. That's pretty much it. Now, once you've created your video, you want to measure the success of this video. How well is it doing? If you are creating a YouTube channel and you are trying to gain, let's say, subscribers, because that's the thing in YouTube, gaining 1,000 subscribers so you can create a community. YouTube has now changed, well, the last year they have changed the way how they monetize or people monetize video content on YouTube. So you have to have about a minimum of 1,000 subscribers before YouTube will pay you for your video content. So if that's what your goal is, then define that goal and figure out what it is going to take you to get that. Now, for businesses, it's different. Define your goal and identify your best metrics by determining whatever you've accomplished for those goals. So keep it very simple is what I say. You want to pick 1 or 2 goals that are obtainable. Like, for example, how many, for example, an easy goal could be to get, 100 people signed up to your newsletter, right? Set your bar low and then achieve that goal and then set another goal and then achieve it and then keep going and keep going. But keep your persona, the person, your target audience in mind when setting these goals. So how old are they? Where do they live? What are their interests? What do they typically consume media? As I was saying, Facebook, the audience on Facebook versus LinkedIn versus Twitter versus Instagram, they're all different. So you want to make sure that you're creating your content to speak to those audience. All right, so that is me on the off of the hot seat. I'm going to stop sharing now and then open the floor for any questions that anybody may have. Sorry for me stumbling there, but as I say, I don't like being in front of the camera. Any questions? Are we still recording? Hello? Ryan, you still there?
I have
Yeah.
I actually posted it in the chat.
Okay, let me take a look.
Read it out loud. I was saying, can we create our videos by tablet and our smartphone to post, like without a studio? And
Yes,
would
you
still
can.
be interpreted as professional to market your business?
Yes, you can. There are apps that you can download for free on the App Store that not only help you edit your video from your phone, but will allow you to put music on it. You could add pictures. There's so many different ways to create videos now.
Can you share a couple? Or
Yes. Yeah. So the one that I use, it's the one that I use is called Premiere Rush. Now it is part of the Creative Cloud suite. It is a paid ad, but it is Adobe's app version for Premiere. You could buy that app, or there is free ones, which I can recommend. Let me just go in the App Store. So I had one of my clients ask me this very same question. He is a business coach, and I made a suite of videos for him for his LinkedIn profile, which did very well. And because of COVID, he's now switched to doing his coaching through Zoom. So what I recommended him was to do is just to go through his app and just search video editor. So I'm on my phone here right now. Here is Magisto video editor. It doesn't matter which, they're all pretty much the same because they all have a video track. They all have the ability for you to add soundtrack and also add text. That's really the three main things when it comes to a professional video. Now, it doesn't have to be professional, people. And when I say this, the only reason why you would want your video to have a certain look is if you are selling to a certain type of client. Now, if you're selling luxury and glamour and all of that, then yes, you definitely want to invest into making your video looking glamorous. If you are just trying to, like, I'll use Gary Vee as a perfect example. Gary Vee, if you're a marketer or you follow any or seen any of his videos, Gary Vee will do a talk like this and take the whole hour-long message and chop it up into like 16, 20, even 30. He'll chop it up as much as he needs to. The point is that you can use these apps, as I just showed you, to record yourself delivering that message and tailoring it to your audience. If you know your target audience, then you know what they like, what attracts them, and taking a little bit of those elements along with the information that you're giving. Remember, providing that information that you're giving is valuable, it'll connect. I hope that answers your question, Michelle. It was Michelle, right?
It was perfect. Okay. Perfect. So I have Creative Studio, the one for Adobe.
Yes.
Called Premiere
Rush.
Yes,
that's a good one.
And then when you said the app, it's called Video Editor, or do I search Video Editor? And
Premiere Rush is the app.
Okay.
Premiere Rush is the app. That's Adobe's phone version for the actual Creative Cloud version, the Premiere Pro app, which I use as well.
And then the one you're saying is a video editor that's free, an app. You didn't say the name. I just searched.
Well, I haven't used it, but it's just the one that the first one that came up here, which is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but all I did was just search video editor on my phone, and then you'll have many different free options. What I would say is that there's no one app that is better or the best, let's say. I would say try the first, what I would say is to search video editor and then look at the the stats that it gives you a star. This one's giving a 9.5 star. This other one here is giving a 9 star. I mean, you have to try it out to see if you like it or not. I guess the main thing
The
is,
functionality of it.
yeah, the user functionality should be drag and drop. So like just like creating a video on Instagram where you can add text, and it should be as simple.
Yeah, that was really great because I do training, so I can easily capture parts like you're saying as tutorials,
Yes.
pop them up, and then use that as part of my base of marketing it. So that's
exactly. Again, if it's training videos don't need to be flashy, because information, that is the meat and potatoes, right?
Exactly.
Training videos just need to have the message, and then if you load it with like maybe if you want to make it fancy, what you could probably do is make a little bit of an intro in post, and then add that and have that video on your phone. So every time you're making a video, you just add your intro, put the meat in, and then add your exit piece, right? Whether it be, you know, your website, your tag to your website, or your partners, or whoever it may be. Add that with the music.
That's perfect, because when I would put the course outline of the webinar, I can just do that snapshot of the video, and it's like a demo right there.
Exactly. And that hour-long video, you can then take like whenever I'm doing videos for ACBN, I always find like a really pertinent part of something that Ryan has said that resonates with the crowd or resonates with the audience, that I know, like for example, the work that he does with grants and the information that he's been finding by going to all of these meetings in Ottawa and Vancouver and all of that. This information, when he comes back and he shares it with me, I'm like, we need to take just that soundbite just to make a little small video for the longer video, because let's be honest, nobody's going to go and watch an hour-long video on their phone, but they will if the information resonates with them. So what you want to do is take a small soundbite, you know, what I call the meat, and it could be a sentence, and take that sentence and share that with your audience, and that will lead them to the larger content, to the blog, to your website.
Right.
You know, if you leave breadcrumbs of little pieces of content everywhere, and you could take that same content and customize it for the different platforms. So you could take that content, customize it for LinkedIn, customize it for Facebook, Twitter, all of that. You know, all of these platforms have different audiences, and if you speak to them in their unique way, then they'll resonate with you. I had like all these notes planned that when I started going, I just kind of stumbled over myself, because to be honest with you, every situation, every application is different. There's no right or wrong answer.
Okay.
Right? You have to try and see what works for you and measure that success. Try, measure, apply. Try, measure, apply. And the consistency of doing that, not only will your audience see that your growth, but they will then look at you as the system expert specialist of whatever product or service that you're offering them.
Do you do video editing?
I do production from end to end. So we do pre-production, the production, and the post. So everything, yes.
Because I'll be doing a Zoom interview soon, and then I may want to edit it.
Yes.
Post it. So then you do video editing.
I do post editing, animation. I do it all.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And I did put a question also in regards of how much you charge. So is that on your website, or you have to do one-on-one?
Basically, what I do is I don't have any packages per se, because every business, every client solution is different. I work specifically with B2B, so business. So whether you're a mom and pop or you're the Google or in between, it doesn't matter. You all have a target audience, and you need a message that speaks to them that you want to get them to convert. That's what I do very well. So
Well, we'll touch base offline.
Definitely. Just go to the website and you can book a consultation with me, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, and just to give you a tidbit, I'm the one that's talking about accessibility, so I can make sure you have your closed captions.
Yes, I see that. Definitely, we'll definitely have to talk more about that.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, just before we wrap up, I saw Jasmine did have a question about creating art videos. Jasmine, I don't know if you wanted to unmute to ask your question.
Trying to figure out how to make art videos that isn't just tutorial. Okay, Jasmine, when you say art videos, what specifically?
I don't know, because I can't seem to think of any other art ideas that isn't either tutorials or just me showing my process, really.
I don't know what type of art you do, but I know of an artist currently right now who is doing something really cool through COVID. His name is Trey Anthony Arts. Trey Anthony or Trey Arts. Basically, what he's doing is live paint parties, I think is what he's doing. And that is something new. So he would do this prior to COVID, but because of COVID, he can't actually have a class where he's having people come to show them how to paint. But what he's doing is online paint videos, and these, you want to see it. It's Trey Arts. If you want to check him out on Instagram, that could be an inspiration for your videos. But it is what did you have in mind? And may I ask you what type of art you're creating and who you're creating it for? Would maybe help me answer what type of videos you should be doing for your art. Hello, Jasmine?
Oh, let me check if it's unmute.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, in any type of situation, if you're trying to come up with ways of if you're thinking about, okay, I know I need video, but what type of video do I need? If you're asking yourself that question, then my question is to you is that what problem is your product or service solving for your clients? If you could identify the problem that you're solving for the client, then I would say that's probably a good place to start. If you are just trying to put information out there, like, for example, a lot of young ladies nowadays are making videos how to put in their hair, right? To put in a lace front. I've actually helped, I've helped a business with that. A lady by the name of a business called Mrs. Inches. She sells her hair all over Canada and the US, online, an online business. And one of the videos that she wanted to create for her clients was how to wash their hairpiece, right? I didn't even know that was a thing, right? So figure out what your clients' problems are and then create solutions for them. So we actually made a video on how to wash a hairpiece, believe it or not. I didn't think it was a thing, but it did resonate with
artists. I know on YouTube, and my children are obsessed with this, they call it like that oddly satisfying, where you just watch people draw or do art pieces. And for yourself, since you do illustrations, creating highlight reels would be something that if I'm looking for an illustrator, you know, if you go to Fiverr, you're kind of looking through people's portfolios. If you create a video portfolio of what you've done in the past, it'll just give people ideas of what you can, like what you can do for them.
Here's another cool one that I've seen. I've seen people doing time lapse of them creating the art piece. So because
Yeah,
for
exactly.
you to create the art piece itself can take an hour or more, right? But if you shoot a time-lapse video that can take that hour or 3 hours that it takes you to make the piece and condense it into like a 30-second video time lapse, so showing that warp, that I've seen that on LinkedIn where people are resonating. I follow an artist on LinkedIn who does that. She shows her process from whether, like I seen a guy take like, let's say the back of a hairbrush and create a piece of artwork,
Yes.
or the end of a lady's hair and create the art. I think
Wow.
especially being an artist, creativity is your friend. Show how creativity you are. Show how your artwork is different than everybody else's and how uniqueness. I think that's what I would make for you, Jasmine, is create a video that is show the uniqueness of how you create your art and how that translates to the people who appreciate your work. I hope that helps. Let me check here in the group, see any more questions here.
I have a question, if it's
Go ahead.
okay. So you said that like for complex or maybe more abstract topics.
Oh, Shakira.
Yeah, hey, it's me.
Hey, go ahead.
For like abstract complex topics, it's maybe better to do like animated videos.
Yes.
But then if you're trying to explain something, like I don't know, because I want to do videos that kind of help explain people the whole concept of learning disabilities and different neurodiversity in general. So I had this idea, but it's not animated. It's a little bit becoming more creative, and tapping into like a little bit of arts and crafts and stuff like that. So I don't know if that works or not.
Thank you for your question. And I am pleased that you asked that question. So for those of you who do not know, but Shakira Rouse came to us, and I say us meaning ACBN, with this idea of creating her business, Special Compass, correct?
Yeah.
And Shakira was the winner of a business grant that Ryan created for our members, that came with a $500 business grant to start her business, as well as I sponsored to do a video for the person who won this grant, and Shakira was the winner of this grant. Shakira did not know what she wanted for her video, but she knew what she was passionate about. And I don't know, Shakira, so we talked about it. We had like 1 or 2 consultations. Is that right? And then after you explained to me what you did, I said to Shakira, okay, well, I need to see you doing with like what it is that you do, which is the special coaching for kids who have special needs.
Yeah.
So I said, great. So what we need to do is to meet up in a learning environment. So we chose the Brampton Public Library. And I snuck my big camera in a big gym bag, and then discreetly took some shots of her with her student doing what she does best. We then took her in the studio and had her narrate exactly her process of how she came about this idea of creating this company, what was the reason behind it, and then actually showing that how her passion drove her to providing solutions for people just like her. With that, we created a video which you can now see on her website. I don't want to show it now, but you can see on her website, and she's now going into asking, how to create other videos. Now, to answer your question, Shakira, sorry, I hope I didn't go off on a tangent there. To answer your question, I now have the ability to take your complex idea and translate it. Here's the example. So I was telling you guys about my client, Toronto Community Benefits Network. I'm going to just share my screen with you guys to show you something here. So the Toronto Community Benefits Network has been my client for about over a year now. And because of COVID, a lot of businesses have stopped doing what they've been doing. So what I decided to do was to help them out by creating some content for them. So they posted this flyer, if everybody could see, on social media. And with this, just the basic bare bones of this information, I was able to create a video, an animated video for them, which they posted on Twitter and they love. And we're going to be doing some more work starting next week. But just give you a brief look at what that looks like. So again, I took a flyer to create this. Watch this.
Want a career in construction? Learn from industry experts and connect with people just like you. Get $500 in supports and complete your health and safety tickets. Find a mentor that can help guide your path to getting your Red Seal certification. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Go to nextgenbuilders.ca and apply online now.
Okay, so I show you this video just because I want to explain that how easy it is to resonate your message just by showing moving. I don't know what it is with a moving video that translate better than a flyer or a still image, but it just does. Video is, and you don't have to know how to do that. If you know what you're trying to say or what the message is, then I can help you animate that, you know, just by taking that information and creating a narrative out of it. Call it a special skill. I mean, I just, you know, tell a story. That's really what I do. And to try to tell the story that connects, not only connects with me, because if it doesn't connect with me first, then it's not going to connect with anyone. And I use myself as the first judge before I put it out there. So I try to please my mind's eye first, and then if my mind's eye likes it, then I then show it to my client, and then get feedback from them. And then we go back and forth based on what they like and to come up with what you see the end product is. So there is planning involved into it. So if you have a complex message, it's just as simple as identifying the target, identifying the problem, providing the solution, and presenting it in that way.
Okay, that helps.
So I hope that didn't go over your head, but I mean, you know, Shakira, if you need help with that, I can definitely help you with it. We have solutions for all businesses.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we'll do our last call to see if there's any specific questions before we wrap up. You can unmute yourself. Otherwise, hey, we can wrap up there.
Cool.
Much appreciated, Sir Derrick Fagan of DF Media Production.
No problem. I hope
Great.
some of you guys found any information useful. If you have any questions or any concerns, even you want to know how to do it yourself, call me, send me an email. I'd be glad to give you tips in helping your business create content that'll speak to your target audience. I'm Derrick Fagan. Thank you guys for your time.